Friday, so I got everything busted off of the wheelies and stuff moved out of the way and ready to go. So I'm going to finish up the seats on the MJ so I can list the MJ today, and I'm going to treat these leather seats that I got for the Prelude. I've noticed there's a lot of people want to do motor vlogs, and a lot of people want to do racing vlogs and stuff like that, but not a lot of people are doing cleanup work. So I got these seats. They're used. They're OEM. They're for my BB6 2001 Honda Prelude. I've had it for 12 years or so, and now I'm trying to clean up the interior because the kids are pretty much done riding around with me, and it's my car now. So I'm going to show you guys the process. They're used seats. They're factory since 2001, so I'm going to show you how to clean them up and make them look good. There's only a couple of loose spots of stitching, and so I should be able to get going on it. Once I get done with the leather part, then I'll bring the MJ in and I'll show you guys how I treat and clean up fabric seats. And then if I get all that done today, we'll throw this leather in the Prelude. So anyway, thanks for being here. Take care, guys.
Oh shit! There she is. A lot of you guys know that I've had this car forever. Some of you guys don't if you're just starting to follow me or whatever. This is my BB6 Prelude. Me and the old lady bought this when we were in our 20s. We've had this for over 12 years now. Just starting to do some work to it and make it a little more show worthy. I'm actually going to do some track stuff with it, autocross, and I don't know. I was just kind of playing with it, making it my toy now. My kids are getting older, so I don't need it to tote them around. I've had 2 kids with it, and my old lady drove it when she's pregnant both times, and then I painted it, and we drove it some more, and I don't know, we put almost 100,000 miles on it since we had it. So it's a stock H22 under the hood. I really haven't done anything to the motor because it hauls ass like it is. I've done, codes and maintenance and all that crap to it. It's got a Findanza 8-pound flywheel. It's got an XZD Stage 2 clutch that's a Kevlar ceramic. I did a Kevlar 6-puck and I had really shitty luck with it, so I didn't want to do a 6-puck again this time, so I did the full round XZD clutch on it. It's got a power stop disc brake kit front and rear, so it's got slotted and drilled rotors, and those are matched with the power stop kit, so they're a metallic ceramic mixture compound, so they had a break-in point and whatever. They've been super awesome to me. I mean, you just barely tap on the brakes and this thing stops on a dime now. Factory calipers. I did Yannica coilovers. They're Spec 2 coilovers. I guess all the Prelude coilovers are Spec 2 now for the Preludes. Anyway, I did those and I brought it down probably 1.5 inches front and rear. Sat it down a little bit. And I was having drivability issues because of the lightweight flywheel and my heavy ass wheels that I had put on there, so I went to an Advan racing wheel. It comes from Japan. Honda guys all know about these. They're the RG1, so they're the first generation of the Advan 6-spoke. There's a RG2, so these ones were originally gold, and whoever had them painted them white, and I got to redo them. I'm going to do them in a gunmetal or something. They also came in gold in the RG1s. The RG2s came in gold, and I want to say those ones came in white too, and then the RG3 comes in a gunmetal, gold, red, white, a bunch of other stuff, and the spokes all change from series to series. So anyway, these are the RG ones, and I got projectors on the front. I still have my factories. I'm going to do retrofits here pretty soon. eBay fogs, tinted turn signals, tinted side marker lights, and then my buddies over at Houston Speed Freaks down in Texas sent me a LED light kit for the interior. So I've got blue gauges, LED gauges. I'll have the LEDs up here, LEDs in the trunk, and then I use the extras to do exterior marker lights, and I also have HID reverse lights. So I think these are the 6K HID reverse lights. Those were also supplied by Houston Speed Freaks, so check them out. Cool dude, independent guy, kind of like I am, works from home, trying to do his own thing. Seems to be a kick-ass guy, so check him out. Those are also LEDs in the markers back here. So And then anyway, the paint job and all that stuff you can find out on the website and my Facebook and all that stuff. But anyway, the rest of the inside I recently did it. Oh shit, locked over here. So I recently got I scored on this one. This is a JDM left-hand drive, NOS, new old stock, wood grain trim kit, and it was the full trim kit. Radio bezels, sorry it's kind of dark in here. So I got both the handles, the console cover, the trim bezel, and this side switch panel. Those are all wood grain, and I'm going to use the leather seats and replace these faded stock fabric ones, which are still in decent shape, but they're starting to fade. Oh look, I had my kids in here with me. So anyway, and then I recently got the ashtray for here, so that'll finish out the back. And then I'm thinking about yes, the blue light down, where's my finger? Right here. That's because I put a switch underneath the dash for the fog lights because I hate the eBay switch panels, and I was having a hard time justifying paying $100 that everybody wants for that. So I don't know. I'm on the fence with that. And then recently I thought, well, it'd be kind of nice to have JDM digital heater controls and climate control and all that. So I don't know. It's like another $500 for the stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna put. Yeah. Those look so much better. I'm gonna put those in here. Anyway, there's the Lude, if you guys didn't know. I've had it for a long time. My plaything. Alright, let's get these seats in. Alright, so the first thing I do is set them up on the table and see what I'm working with. I felt like I did a pretty decent job at inspecting these at the yard, but if we take a look, they're still pretty dirty looking. There's kind of an indent here in the leather. There's a little indent here, and there's a bunch of dirt. And these actually got wiped down after I looked at them before I picked them up. So they're a lot cleaner than they were when I seen them in the car. But I've done this a bunch, and I can kind of tell that these will clean up okay. So what I do is I set it up on the table just to see how bad they really are. See how much of this stuff I want to use, because my factory seats in my car are still in pretty pristine condition. They're just faded and cloth. So I could take the plastics and the runners off of those, which I might do, because you can see these are kind of nasty. We'll see what happens when they get cleaned up. So anyway, I'm going to take a shop vac, and I'm going to shop vac the shit out of them, and then we'll just clean them with a warm soapy water mix, just like maybe 5% detergent in the water, and keep the towel as wrung out as you can to keep as much moisture off of the leather, and use that to take the dirt off. And then once we get that off, then we'll see how much cleaning we got to do on treating. Right. Anyway, I'm going to do this one, and then I'll probably set the other front seat up here, and I'll do those at the same time, and then we'll do the back seats. So anyway, here we go. Alright, so I went and got my soapy water and just filled it up about that full, and then just a squirt, like just a little swirl of soap in there. And in fact, I think I might have even got too much. You don't want much detergent in this, because the stuff you're going to use to treat this has detergent in it, and we're going to super scrub it after. We're just trying to get like the mud and the first layer of junk off with the soapy water. So I always have a dirty towel. This is going to be my scrubbing. I can go in there. This is going to be my second scrub if I need it. Like if this rag gets super dirty and icky, I can switch to this one on the second pass. And then I have a big towel for drying, because as soon as I get done scrubbing, I like to dry everything off, and that takes up a lot of the dirt with it. Once they're scrubbed and clean and dry with detergent, we're going to switch to a leather restore. This is the stuff that I use. It is the best stuff that I've had found. It's the best stuff I found on the market. It cleans and it restores at the same time. There's a part number. 39840. It's a 3M part number. So we'll smear this on there. I've got some in a smaller container, and it's just so I can smear that on there. And then we use a Scotch-Brite. A lot of people don't know there's 3 different types of Scotch-Brite. A lot of people know about the red, some people know about the gray. So this is a heavy scratch Scotch-Brite. It's not going to be like as deep as like a 320, so it's going to be a real light scratch. The gray is a medium scratch or a light scratch, fine grit. So heavy grit, fine grit. And then they also sell a white. A lot of people don't know about the white. In fact, most people don't know about the white. The white is non-scratch. So you can use white on things that you don't want to scuff up, like plastics, leathers, sensitive interior materials, underhood components, stuff like that you don't want to have a scored surface, you don't have a scratch left that you have to polish back out. The non-scratch won't scratch it. So this is what I'm going to use in conjunction with this on the seats after I've scrubbed everything with the water and the soapy. But I make sure to get this water off of the leather as quickly as possible. So as soon as I see it clean, I'll wipe it with the dry and double check and make sure there's no mud and dirt left in it. If I need to wipe it again with the medium and then re-dry it, I'll do that real quick. And then once it's all mostly wiped down on the first layer, then we'll switch to the surface cleaner. So here we go. I'm going to do the front buckets first, and then I'll put the back seats up on the table and we'll do the back seats next. Coffee shops are the bane of a nice interior's existence. You've poisoned all the wives against us. Dutch brothers, I hate your face right now. Anyway, it's vacked out. Let's put some more leather in there. Well, a lot of people wonder and struggle with these rear seats. The front seats are pretty self-explanatory. 4 bolts, find the right size socket, pull the 4 bolts. Don't forget about your seatbelt indicator wire, because I always do when you try to yard the seat out. Yeah, don't do that. Anyway, on these Honda seats back here, they got right in the middle underneath the front. This one's right over here on the edge. There's a little T. And you gotta hook your fingers around the T, pull the T forward, and then up on the seat to release it. But if you pull too far up on one side, I gotta push down to get this one to release, and it just released nice and easy. You see it? Just find it under here. Make sure you grab both sides of it with your fingers and pry forward. Just a little tension. Now, I can't pull that out. I can't feel it move. It's locked right now. So push back in just a little bit. Down on the seat. Wiggle it forward. You'll feel it pull forward. Now you got the whole thing loose. Now, sometimes you can force the seat belts through. Yeah, mine will go through nice and easy. Sometimes you can't. There's the back seat. Nice and easy. Alright, now on most of the backs of the rear seats, because it's part of the safety, there's usually bolts in the side of it, so this one we're going to have to get over here. Find Mr. 12, I think it's down here, it's Mr. 14. It's right back here in the corner, and you can get to him with the seat folded down, just be careful. Get that folded down out of your way. So, I'll get those out of here. Driving by Braille. It is a 12. Trust your intuition. Okay, bye-bye. You probably noticed that I took my shoes off. Because when I have a decent car with decent carpet, especially when I take the seats out, I don't like messing it up. But, you know, I took this one out and found out that she got a little coffee abuse underneath that front driver there seat on the carpet, so I don't know why. But that's why. I work on custom cars all the time. Good habit to be in. Or you can just take body shop masking paper off the masking machine. Throw that down. That's real easy protection. out without scratching all your plastic. There. I can take that one out through the back, I suppose. Oh, yeah. Alright. There we are. BB6 seat removal. Have a nice day. So the next question we get to before we throw it in is seat rails. So one thing I noticed when I was checking stuff is that this is the new seat. I don't know who did to it, but this is mine. So these are going to come off of my old seats and they're going to go on the new leather seats, and I can see if I can fix this or I'm just going to trash it. So you have plastic caps on them, you pull plastic caps, this will just pull off of here, change plastic cap. I think there's 10mm bolts underneath here that they usually are, and yeah, go from there.